right in this location, right in here, where we would possibly see a tornado as it lifted just across Highway 6. Still on the ground, some trees down near Highway 6 and University, so we do have a tornado that actually was on the ground, and that continues to push off to our north and east. So Curtin, possibly within that this tornado as it approaches in that direction, but also Cheney Crossing, perhaps Harvey, near Harvey Mitchell. We could see that storm moving through, but this is pushing off to the north and northeast. So let's go ahead and put it into motion for you. I can give you a better idea on how this storm is evolving as it moves in that direction. So once it crossed Highway 6, right in this particular area, we saw that rotation moving just through College Station and Bryan, near Briarcrest and also near University. So we had that storm cross just by Lowe's at Highway 6, and then continues to push off to the north and east. So we have a tornado somewhere within Steep Hollow heading towards Curtin at this point in time, so that rotation is indicated on radar also. This is actually on the ground, so this is not just radar indicated, on the ground, and reports and spotters locating where this tornado is. Through early tomorrow morning by about 6 a.m., could see some spots picking up between 4 and 8 inches of rainfall, and some spots could see higher totals than that. It's all about where that heaviest band sets up. We'll start off on your Sunday morning time frame here on the top left side of your screen. A chance for some rain, maybe a few sprinkles in the morning. Grab the umbrella if you're headed to church, or maybe getting some grocery shopping done, or maybe just being out and about. You want to have it just in case. Friday, rain chance looks like it should be wrapping up before 8 p.m. before any festivities begin. Saturday, probably the most likely day you'll have to dodge some rain. Starting off around noon tomorrow, we're already going to feel like 100, and that continues through the afternoon to the evening hours, feeling about 102 to 106. We should drop off after 7 o'clock, but still feeling like about 100 through 7 p.m. and feeling like about 90 through around midnight tomorrow. This system is going to come in our direction later this evening and tonight, and that's going to bring that better chance for some heavier rainfall. Those visibilities stay quite low through tomorrow morning. We'll wake up maybe 7, 8 a.m., seeing some dense fog around the region. That advisory lifts at 10 a.m. The fog should lift shortly after that. Might keep our temperatures down a little bit earlier in the day, but as we step through the afternoon, we should start to get a little bit more sunshine, and that will help temperatures warm pretty quickly. Scattered showers this evening, and then heavier rainfall develops late tonight after midnight, moves through the area about 2 to 3 a.m. Now, as far as those wind chills go, like I mentioned, it's going to feel quite a bit colder, feeling like the 20s, maybe some teens for tomorrow morning. As we wake up, it'll be a cold start. Bands of heavy rain and thunder showers moving through overnight tonight. Not quite as much lightning, especially with some of these showers, but could see some embedded lightning and thunder with those, some of the more intense ones as they work their way through the area, especially with some of those bands of Tropical Storm Harvey.
I talked to Mack a little bit earlier. He came in and said, boy, it is hot, so we sent him back out there. Mack?
It is a scorcher out here, Kathleen, and something we want to talk about here is the kind of clothing you wear in this kind of summer heat. It's all about the difference in color. The lighter it is, the cooler it's going to be, and we're going to show you exactly that right now. We have our own temperature thermometer here. It's going to read those temperatures. We've gotten up to 140 at one point on this jacket. It's at about 130 to 135 right now. When we go to the maroon color, good old Aggie color here, about 120-ish or so, and get to the green, surprisingly, about the same temperature as the maroon, about 110 to 115, and then the white, you're not going to believe the difference here, about 100 degrees. So that's a good 30 to 35 degree difference in terms of the colors you wear. So it's best to wear light colored and lightweight clothing. Both good things to make sure you're doing in this kind of summer heat that we have pretty often here in the Brazos Valley. As far as temperatures go right now, it is definitely a scorcher out here. We're sitting in the upper 90s to about 100 degrees right now in Bryan and College Station. Across the Brazos Valley, mid to upper 90s. So the heat and humidity are with us and will be with us the next couple of days as the heat really starts to spread over the Brazos Valley. We do have heat advisories for Milam, Robertson, and Leon counties until 8 p.m. on Thursday. Those heat indices right now in the triple digits. Not a surprise there at all. We're out here bearing the heat right now, expecting temperatures to stay pretty hot, but Carly's going to have more on that complete outlook for you coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Well, we started the day off with quite a bit of clear skies and some sunshine, but we're still seeing some of that sunshine in the form of some nice colors there on the horizon as the sun sets here in about 10 to 15 minutes. But our current conditions, we're seeing those clouds starting to slowly work their way back into the area. Temperatures at this hour in the mid-60s. It's actually kind of comfortable, but you're probably going to need the jacket a little bit later on this evening. Temperatures topped out in the low 70s across the board today, with the exception of Belleville and Giddings in the upper 60s, but overall just a picture-perfect early March afternoon around the Brazos Valley. Now we've transitioned into the mid to upper 60s now, and we'll continue to see that drop into the 50s after sunset later on this evening. Pleasant temperatures this evening, pleasant conditions, a little bit dry out there, but it will cool off pretty quickly. The weekend getting a bit soggy and then warming up by the time we get into Monday as well as into your Tuesday.
Next couple days, rain looking more likely, especially on Saturday and continuing through the early evening. It should drop off in intensity towards Sunday, where we see a brief lull Sunday into Monday, and a better chance for some rain and some storms, maybe a couple thunderstorms by Tuesday as our next cold front comes through the area and sweeps through the Brazos Valley, bringing some slightly cooler air to the area. Now, by about 7 o'clock, we'll be in the mid-60s, staying in those 60s through most of the evening, but we'll drop into the 50s after 10 o'clock, and jackets probably going to be needed, even if you're headed to downtown Bryan here in the next half an hour or so. Temperatures dropping to about 50 for tonight. A cool night ahead of us, but nothing we can't handle. We had 40s last night and early this morning. We'll certainly be a little bit cooler tomorrow, though. Upper 50s for highs, some showers, temperatures, yeah, going to be a little bit below average, about 10 degrees below average. The reason it'll be so much cooler is because the rain will probably start earlier in the day, cooling that air a little bit more, and we'll have those clouds around all day. Not going to see any sunshine. That'll help us warm up, so we'll probably stay in the 50s most of the afternoon. Some spots might barely break that 60-degree mark, but it won't be by much. About a 70% chance, especially after 10 a.m. through around 6 p.m., and then we'll see those chances start to drop off later in the evening. Reason for this big upper-level storm system out to the west, lots of moisture from the Pacific Ocean streaming over the top of us, but that, as that system approaches, will start to draw some of that moisture from the surface out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that will help us with those rain chances by Saturday afternoon. Here's around 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Rain starts to push in from the west through Giddings, parts of Lee County, and also into parts of Burleson County and further to the south into Austin, as well as into parts of Washington County. Brenham seeing that heavier rainfall start to develop. Not going to see anything super heavy, but could see some moderate rain at times. But you notice none of those yellows or oranges appearing on the map, and that's a good sign. We're not going to see a big time soaking for tomorrow, but the umbrella probably not a bad idea if you're going to be out to some of these events tomorrow afternoon. And then Sunday morning, we'll start off with some showers around the region. Those should quickly depart off to our east and northeast by later in the afternoon and heading into the evening. Your 7-day forecast, highs in the 60s on Sunday, and then we'll get back up to about 80 like I mentioned earlier in the show. We'll get up to the 80s on Monday, cooled off again a little bit on Tuesday with that chance for some thunderstorms. And it looks like it'll be dry Wednesday and Thursday, but March starting off in pretty typical fashion, kind of back and forth around the Brazos Valley, but nothing we can't handle.
Yeah, we're ready for anything, and we're Texas tough.
Yes, we are.
But it looks like overall a good weekend to at least get outside for a little while.
Yeah, it shouldn't be anything too crazy, but we're probably going to see some raindrops tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Mac.